The next problem that you may encounter, as I said, is if you don't drill the hole central, you're going to take part of your threaded piece out and part of the broken stud. So what will happen when you try and tap it is that bit of broken stud will come out and you'll have a hole that's way too big. So you've got a couple of choices. If you can drill it out to the next size bolt and use a next size up bolt to do what you need to do, good and well, but quite often you can't. You've got to use the same size stud because of what it's anchoring. So there is a process called thread repair, and it's using these little inserts called helical, or these are called power coil, and these are a thread replacement system. So to do these, we need a kit, we need the inserts, and in the kit comes a tap that'll open that thread size up to a larger size, and that'll allow the actual new thread to screw into that new hole that you've just tapped, and then the hole size inside that helicoil will be the exact same size you had before. Okay, so we're the same deal. We're going to keep it nice and square, and we're going to drill that hole out. I'll use the other hole. Okay, hole drilled out. Next step is to grab the tap. We're going to now tap the thread hole in there, which is the right size for our insert. Same deal with tapping, you've got to keep the tap square. They have got a leading edge on them though, so that does help you get it in started, and then you can square it up as you're going along. So you apply a downward pressure to get it started. It's usually the trickiest bit. Just keep working it down, downward pressure, keeping an eye on the square. And I've got a little bit of a lean one way, so I've got to square that up. Pretty good now. So with tapping, depending on the size, you can use a bit of lubrication. Oil's not really good. There's a special product out you can use to actually help the tapping process. It's just not a very big hole, so I'm not going to worry about that now. So you rotate about a quarter of a turn and then rotate it back, and you'll feel like a little piece that breaks off. It's called a swarf. It builds up in front of the tap. You just keep working it back and forward, breaking that bit of swarf off. You can hear that little click. That's the bit of swarf that's breaking off. And you'll know when you're through, it'll get easier. I'm just coming through now. If it's a blind hole, same problem you're going to have as before. You won't be able to get this all the way through because it's got a tapered lead on it, but you'll just have to screw it in as far as you can get it. Okay, so there's our thread cut, ready for the helicoil to go in. So this is the helicoil. It's got a little tang on the end of it, which is what the tool grabs hold of, so that you can actually screw it in. That little piece, you can see there's a little nick just there. When you've got the insert in, you actually got to break this piece off with a pair of pliers, and I'll show you that in a minute. So getting it started is the tricky bit. So we need to find where the edge is. So sometimes you just screw it backwards a little bit and you'll feel that the thread just drop in a little fraction. That's what you're looking for. And then you just apply just a little bit of downward pressure and just screw in gently. And you can see that insert's now going in. I'll just stop there so you can see we're about a quarter of the way in. Right. And then we can continue screwing that all the way home. And the idea is to finish just flush with the top of your the hole that you're repairing. There we go, just flush with the top of the hole. And the last part of the job now is to actually break that little tab out the bottom. That can be a little bit tricky to do. So you push down, grab hold of that little tab, give it a bit of a twiggle, and then pull it back out through the hole. And there's the bit of tab off the end. Okay, last thing to do is make sure that the thread we've repaired will accept the bolt. And there we go, all repaired, back to original. These come in a lot of different sizes, and you should be able to find one for most screw and bolt sizes. Maybe the really little ones you might be in trouble, but certainly from anything from about 5-6 mil up, I would think wouldn't be a problem. And that's it. So you've 3 ways of looking at actually fixing a broken stud: getting the old one out first, or if it doesn't come out, drilling it out, and if you drill it out wrong, then actually putting a helical in to replace the thread.